Hey guys, Dr. James here. I just had someone ask me a question about worrying about what other people think and thinking that people are talking about them, as well as sort of just being generally conscious about certain aspects of themselves. Now, what tends to happen is when we're in an anxious state or we are prone to being anxious, our mind tries to find things to justify the experience that we're going through. So I'm anxious, I see people talking, they look in my direction, therefore they must be talking about me because that's the only thing that will explain why I feel the way that I do, and that will justify the feeling that I'm having. Same thing with being conscious about aspects of ourselves. If I'm conscious about my nose or my ears or my shoulders or my leg or whatever, what's happening is I'm feeling something and my mind is trying to justify that feeling by looking externally for an excuse for that, which is, those people must be talking about my nose or my feet or whatever, or they must be thinking things about me. In reality, the only thing that we can truly control is ourselves and our response to those situations. And whether a person is or is not talking about us shouldn't actually influence our state. Because at the end of the day, a million people could be talking about us and we have no idea. And it's not really our business to know whether they're talking about us and what they're saying about us, because it's not our business to know what someone else's opinion is of anything. Our business is to focus on our journey and our story and what I'm going through and what I'm feeling, as opposed to what's happening around me. When we start to do that, we start to stop taking things for granted, we start to focus on what we can control, we start creating certainty for ourselves. And that's what's important. When I recognize that I'm going through some shit, then I can start changing those things and I'm not being influenced so much by the people around me. So in the circumstances where you're feeling anxious and you're worrying about what others might be thinking about you, you need to take a big deep breath in and you need to hold that breath and then let yourself sigh. So I'll give you an example. It looks like this. So the breath comes in nice and slow. We hold at the top and then we just drop all the air out at the bottom. That's a sigh. And the more we can sigh, the more we tell our nervous system that I'm relaxed and I'm calm. Because when we're stressed, our body won't let us sigh. So we have to create the sigh. Whereas when we're calm and sleepy and tired and just kind of chilling out, you'll notice that you'll want to sigh a lot more. And that's your parasympathetic nervous system, your calming part of your nervous system. So the next time you're feeling stressed, the next time feeling anxious, focus on controlling your feelings and not on what others might be saying about you. Because ultimately you can't change them. You can only change you. And the only thing you can really change is what you are feeling on the inside and what you think about yourself. Because you can't change aspects of yourself. If I'm worrying that people are talking about me because I'm a man, I can't change that particularly easily. So to focus on that is only going to make me more stressed and more anxious. I'm better off focusing on what I can control, which is how I'm feeling in that circumstance, and definitely not about what that other person's thinking. Because I might be able to go through surgeries to change my gender, for example, but I can't change what that person's saying. Even if I torture them and beat them up and did all these horrible things, it doesn't mean that their thoughts and feelings about me are going to change. So focusing on them is not important. It's not going to help us. Focusing on us is where the key is to actually unlocking that change. So if you're going through things where you're struggling and you're worrying about what other people are thinking about you and you're stressing in those circumstances, and I know that I've been through it myself, go through some of the things I talked about in this video. Send me a message if you're feeling stuck and I'll see if I can help. And otherwise, I'll see you on the next video. You guys take care.